So welcome to my dog's messy house. I think it looks messier than it really is here. But what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna take myself off video because it's not my best it's not my best hair day. Also, wow, I didn't realize this place was so fucking filthy. Anyway, um I am getting a lot of attacks on my websites, and what I'm gonna do is I am going to make sure that I am like equipping each one of my websites with more, I guess, like measures that I got advice using advice that I got from some gurus on which WordPress plugins to use, and then beyond that, also some malware scanning that I'm gonna do locally, because these websites cost me like less than $20 each. Most of them cost me like $1 or something per year, right? So to pay $30 a month per website for like 20 or 30 websites is ridiculous, especially because I don't even know if these sites, I'm like testing these are just a bunch of tests. And then some of these websites are going to end up on snaps, and their links are going to get forward they're well, those websites are going to get forwarded through my GoDaddy server. So I want to make sure that everything is cleaned up, but I also don't want to pay through the nose for something that I got because it was cheap, right? So like that doesn't make sense. And this might be my engineer mind. I don't know, but I just don't think that I should have to be covering the continual like threats on my domains when I'm paying for backups and when I'm paying like for a shared server. But of course, like I did sign up for that. I did say yes, I'll use a shared server. So if like other people are not like cleaning up their websites, like it doesn't matter how much I clean up mine because I'm on a shared server, and I didn't investigate how much like an isolated server would cost, which in the end might be a better bet. But right now, like I'm not there yet. If it was like $100 difference, I would probably just go with like my own server on GoDaddy. But at that point, with as much as that's going to cost, I mean, I'll just like host on a different platform that like does a lot of this work for me, right? So let's just like look at what's happening here. So this one, Shrinko.me, is getting hacked like crazy. So every day I'm like fixing and fixing and fixing stuff, and then my client's website, Art of Ink Studio over here. And actually, I just realized I'm not sharing my screen. Duh. Okay, let me share my screen. Let's just share my entire screen. And I don't want to be on camera today. I don't feel like great. I'm taking a lot of antibiotics today. For like just like because it seemed like dental stuff. 'Cause I really am into like dental implants, and I have like I don't know if 7 or 9, but like I'm gonna get another one, so like I have to be really just careful with all that stuff. Anyway, I know that I've done this before where I am creating this effect, and I don't recall how I fixed it. I think it's this thing, pop out dashboard, maybe. Actually, I think it's this. Yep, there we go. Okay, so typically my view looks like this. See, like that gray wall. It's really like, is it really that messy? But yes, it is. Oh god. Please nobody say anything about the big hole in my floor, because nor the laundry that's hanging, because I'm a Mexican, and Mexicans, we hang our laundry everywhere. I don't know why. Yeah, I have a really nice house. Well, I have a pool and a basketball court and like 5 full bathrooms with showers and everything, like extra spare rooms, but I have to hang my laundry right there because that's what Mexicans do. I don't know why. I think it's because it smells so clean. Like I just want that smell, and I don't know how to reproduce that smell, or it's because I'm lazy. But anyway, it's because I have better things to do. So right now I am already 5 minutes in, and I haven't said anything valuable. So here is my client's website, Art of Ink Studio stuff. Let me find it. I think I have it on a different website, actually, on a different set of tabs. So let me get back to that set of tabs. Okay, here it is. So see, like I have all like 77 pages. This guy has 4 pages on his website that I put in. So here is his website. See, I'm also getting these not secure errors, which were not happening before. And this SEO score, it says 0 because I chose not to install rank math, reinstall rank math onto here. I was gonna, but then I decided not to. So the content score, I think all of this stuff is related. Like his website is ranking well. Like this stuff, I would just ignore for right now, just because like I'm that's not what we're focusing on right now. And it actually scored pretty good otherwise. So see, like he has 4 pages. He has home, about, services, and contact. But when I go to my, not this one, when I go to, I just lost it. Here we go. When I go to my Google Search Console, right? Like I don't even know where these websites are coming from. I don't know if you can see this, but it has like these really crazy like extensions at the end. And if I were to look up more of them, I forgot how to see them. Anyway, it has like 88 that are not indexed, and it has 58 that are indexed when he only has 4 pages on his website. And I know that the people prior that were using it, like I saw some of these historically started to show up like even before I ever got involved with this website, but now they're like a lot of them, so that's concerning. And like I shouldn't be getting 404 errors also. Let's see, like these 92 pages, and if you can see, there was like a ton of like Chinese characters here. Even yesterday, here we go. See, so like already today he's getting like all these pages are getting crawled, or yesterday all these pages got crawled, and they're things that don't really exist. And I'm not sure what this product thing is, but if I try to go to this URL, like obviously like it's just gonna get an error. So the first thing I need to do is make sure that these don't show up as missing pages, because what I'm not clear on, like, and I wasn't able to find someone that could help me answer this. Is like, is this like some kind of attack on this website, or is somebody hijacking it? So like if it was an attack, then I think that they're trying to create like fake pages, and then it tanks my SEO score when Google crawls a page and the page doesn't exist anymore, or they're using it to like push their links, right? And I don't know like where this security flaw is coming from. Like I don't know how they're accessing, being able to even put this here like into like the Google Search Console. I haven't found like a way to fix that, but it might be malware. So I have a WordPress install, and here's the actual page. And in the WordPress install, I could show you, I have like the suggested plugins that should mitigate for this. And so this website wasn't even attacked as bad as the other ones. And it looks like this should be fine. So I'm gonna look at the plugins that are outdated. I think this just got outdated. Let's see. Oh, it might be because I don't have rank math. That's probably the only thing. Or Elementor Pro. So I should probably update this, because actually his site does use Elementor, like a lot of the elements in Elementor. My other websites I'm not as worried about. Okay, so then I'm going to delete Lightspeed Cache. One of the security flaws was in another caching thing that I was using. I'm not using it on this one, and I can't recall what it was called, but I am using NitroPack, which is what was recommended. So that should help with the like that should fix the caching. And then I am using, and monitor 404 errors. So this isn't really like doing anything for the 404 errors, it looks like. And then I'm using WordFence to and that should actually be enough between WordFence and Jetpack. Those two should be enough security for like pretty much the majority of things. So again, like I don't know where this threat is coming from. Image optimizer. So I'm not sure where a lot of these are coming from. So this was the other one that was suggested to me, black hole for bad bots, in case what the issue is that like there's bots in this website. So what I was looking at was in my cPanel. I think I put that window here. If I look at cPanel, See, like I have all these websites, right? So this shrinko.me is the one that's getting attacked the worst. So I don't know if I have some kind of malware in like in my like applications. So instead of going site by site, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna download just like the whole, wait, where is it? I have to go to my cPanel over here. It's not that one. There's a place where it says like restore. Okay, so like if I go to my cPanel, what I'm gonna do is, this is like my entire GoDaddy cPanel, right? So I'm gonna download all of this into a tarball onto my Mac, and then I am going to make sure that I am scanning that locally, even if I have to buy like a malware scanner that is like better equipped for stuff like this, then I will not pay $30 per month per website. And the websites you saw in my cPanel over here, actually you're not seeing there, this one, yeah. Like these are not even all my websites. It's like a ton more, right? So I'm not gonna pay $30 a month for each of these. I don't know if this is gonna work. I did ask ChatGPT what I should do, right? And it said like you can do some of this stuff, like this will help, but of course, like as new threats come in, like we don't know how to mitigate for those yet if they don't exist yet. So what I'm gonna do is make sure that I have, so redirection is set. It keeps track of 404 errors, but what I want to do is make sure that 404 errors don't get a hit. How do I prevent 404 errors? Because those affect SEO, right? And yes, I have tab and may affect your site's ranking over time. Here's how you can prevent 404 errors. Create a custom 404 page. Okay, so I guess like the 404 page that we saw earlier is sufficient. How can I make sure nobody is able to publish onto my website URLs that don't exist but are somehow being crawled via Google and then removed? So I think this is going to just say use malware. So I'm tidying security. That's what I'm doing. So user permissions, regular monitoring, security measures. Disallowing user generated content. Screaming Frog SEO. The robots.txt file. I know that the robots.txt file is fine. Custom for beforehand content audits. Okay, so then how do I check for this? And I do have a lag in my system. So like I'm checking for this website, but I'm gonna apply it to all my websites. Oops. Okay, WordPress. Does he have Askismet? Oh, maybe this? Okay, I think that this one is like a $5 a month thing. Sort of your Askismet account. Let's see. I'm gonna check because actually, like, I am actually like doing this website for free. So let me see if I can't get this one for free. Is there a free anti-spam WordPress? So let's see if I can find a free anti-spam plugin for him. Okay, so that one is actually not free. Tighten latest firewall rules. So let's try Titan because it looks like it also can handle databases. Let's see if we can use Titan on it. Plugins. New plugin. Titan anti-spam. And it says that it has like the latest. I don't know if latest means it's untested with this version. Maybe I'm not going to use that one. It's compatible. If it's untested, I don't know if I'm. That's a little bit annoying. Okay. What's the other one? Anti-spam B. So like maybe the thing is that I need to not allow. So first, let's see. Let's look at users. I'm the only user, and I'm inactive. So, we don't have redirection. Okay, this is a. So let's start this setup. Monitor. Sure. Yeah, let's find out who's launching all these little attacks. Okay, so now we'll know who is doing this. So we should have had redirections in here, and I didn't think about that. Okay, so then the next one is ask. So it's not that I'm trying to be cheap. It's just like literally I'm like working on this because I want to help this guy sell like some syringe organization kits that he patented that I think could really help a lot of people. So like I've already thrown a lot of resources at it. I mean, yeah, like eventually I'll get my payout, but let's just see if we can mitigate for this, like with what we're doing right now. So inactive plugins. One inactive plugin. Okay. So which inactive plugin? Activate. Okay, so we're gonna try this one. It's untested, but let's try it. I mean, I'm monitoring this pretty regularly, so let's just go with this because it does have like some security features. I don't know how good they are. Which one? What is this? Ugh, I'm gonna have to come back to this. Which SEO plugins? I don't really see like which two SEO things I have. Rank math. It might be considering these two. Rank math. SEO. It's kind of weird. I don't really see any other SEO things in here. And why am I not using rank math SEO? Because I started doing stuff like outside of here. So I am going to, let's see. Okay, I don't think I have to. So Jetpack is supposed to keep it protected. So then let's see. What are they going to do? Settings. Let's see. Start scan. So this thing already does anti-spam, so then let's just see. Okay, so I don't think it's gonna, yeah, you have to get the pro, see, like you have to get pro licenses for all of these. That's why I'm saying, like, I could just be paying like through the nose, website by website, like nickel and dime to this here and there. Or I could just download one full tarball of my website, and I need malware on my laptop anyway. So that's not what I'm trying to look for. So I'm gonna go back. Sorry, seems like very chaotic, but it is tab overwhelm for me also. So I am looking for where I keep like the full backup. I think it's here in the install. No, it's not in the. Is it there? No, there's like no. It's in my cPanel. Actually, I just remembered. Okay, so it is in cPanel, and then I go to. I don't think it might be here at the bottom. Wasn't it? Like, where was it? I see, like, sometimes they just change stuff on me and then I completely forget how to find it. Okay, backups. So then all my backups were. Oh my god, I feel dumb because I was just using this yesterday. Hot chat box. See, this is like cute, isn't it? I'm gonna close that. Tools. Maybe this thing can help me. I am going to restart my laptop very soon. So daily backups. There we go. So it is in my cPanel applications. So then I'm going to use this tarball. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to go here and then that's going to take a minute. So then what I'm going to be doing while that's running is I'm going to be download. Okay, so I don't think, I think I paid for malware and I never like actually activated it. Malware Bytes is the one that I keep seeing everywhere. So I'm going to try Malware Bytes. Free download. Okay, so if this is really like supposed to, so I don't know if this is going to catch the stuff inside of WordPress, but I needed malware on this laptop updated anyway. And Malware Bytes is one I've seen like multiple startups that I've been at. So I'm going to just try it. I don't usually use this one. I think I use agi or something like that. But we're going to try it. And I forget if I'm supposed to do this here or move it to my apps yet. So, and then I'm using Windows at my regular day job. So like going back and forth. Okay, I think this was right. To continue selling, you must agree to terms. Yeah, sure, I agree. I just signed my soul without reading it. Click install. What? Should be using my digital print All I did was like type in my password. And trust me, if anybody breaks into my laptop, they're gonna be like, forget it, it's a mess, and there's nothing of value in here. Yeah, like they stole my laptop. Like everything's in the cloud. What else? Everything that matters is in the cloud, and maybe I should start collecting things that are like valuable and putting them in my laptop. I feel like there's a reason. Okay, so like again, all I'm doing is I am downloading a free Malwarebytes. I'm gonna see if the tarball that I get from my cPanel has any malware in it that I can find. So let's move that to the trash. So I should have put that in applications. Hopefully it did it by itself. Did it? Yeah, it did. See? Okay, Malwarebytes. Okay, so then restart your computer. Okay, so I'm gonna have to restart my computer, but I'm gonna show you before I log off, like, and restart it. So here is my, oh, it actually is working. Okay. So here are all my files, all my domains, everything, right? Like, and it said like include your databases. So I'm gonna export the account. So that's gonna make a tarball that's gonna like land into my downloads folder, and then export everything, because maybe this will help me understand like what's going on with. It looks like my PHP files. Is it actually exporting? Wow, it just feels like my laptop is lagging so bad, and it wasn't before. But so like I said, like I really needed to do this anyway. So it's my personal computer. I mean, technically, I guess it's my work computer because taxes wise, like I am doing this for AI architects. Maybe later. Let's just use this architects.cloud@gmail. Okay, so I'm gonna allow full disk access. But I want to make sure that my tarball is actually like downloaded first, because that's the whole point, right? And if you notice, it's like it's giving me free 14 days. And I don't know if I'm going to stick with this. If I hear different from like people that I trust know what they're doing, then I would switch if they suggested I switch. But for right now, let's see if it's actually. Oh, there's my tarball. Okay, so it is. I don't know like why this stuff is there. I don't think I did that. Yeah, I don't think I did that. So if people get this, like that's fine. I change the passwords regularly, and like they're not simple passwords. And also I do backups, and I have like WordFence and Black Hole and all that stuff installed now. So like I'm not as worried about people knowing things like that. I mean, if like we had a quantum computer, yeah, because then could just like brute force it in a matter of minutes and figure it out probably. I'll worry about that when we get there. Man, it's already almost been 30 minutes. But I need to fix this because it's taking up so much time doing this like daily. Where is it? Why isn't it downloading? Oh, it's in progress. So I have to wait. So I'm going to log off, but like I'm going to wait for, well, I probably shouldn't log off. Maybe I should try to clean up some of the mess back there. Nah. We'll leave that for our lady friend that comes in. Lady friend, that sounds weird. For our friend that comes in and helps out with that. That's why I live in El Paso, because that provides a great quality of life. Man, this is taking a minute. Well, in the meantime, let me introduce you to this little animal that sits right behind me on my chair. It takes up the majority of the chair. And there's another animal over there on the floor. You can see the other two animals while we wait for this file. So there's one animal there. See, like, oh, like I don't know if you can actually see. Okay, look. There's a Doberman. Doberman. Niche. I think she's a little bit mad at me. I don't know if you can see her. She's right there. There's my Doberman. And then there's my pug well, our Doberman, our pug, and our little, they're called border terriers, like this little mutt that was sitting behind me. Nishi. Say hello, Nishi. She knows her name. That is my service dog who is either retired or on vacation today. But she's actually my legit service dog because I'm a disabled veteran. She helps me out with stuff. All right, let's put this back where it was. I don't know if that's gonna see. It's still in progress. I need to teach these dogs some interesting tricks to kill time. I want to do other stuff, but I don't want to keep slowing down my laptop any worse than it already is. And so I think, I don't know. Should I just log off? I guess in the meantime, I can show you what's happening with my Shrinko.me account. So I have the account right here, right? So every day I'm having to like go back and check my posts. So my posts are already like gone. I had other posts that were like doing all right with content, SEO, laden content, everything. Like I was already like on my way to fixing this, and wouldn't you know it, like it all went dark again. And this one should already have WordFence. Yeah, see, like, so what I did yesterday was I installed those plugins. Let's see if this is done. See, like even switching between those, and someone might say, well, obviously, if you didn't have so many windows open, you would experience less lag. But I think that there is something bigger going on here with my laptop slowing down like this. So that's why I'm doing the malware scan. Oh, and so here, like my real goal today is to actually work on this. So you can actually start talking to shrinko.me. And so what is shrinko.me? That's not shrinko.me. Let's see, I'll take you to shrinko.me. I don't know that I'm gonna keep this. Oh, see, this is what I'm talking about. So like almost daily, like I'm getting these kinds of weird, like delete me SSO errors in some of my domains that don't let me log into my WordPress anymore. So this is being redirected with a PHP file. I've already tried updating all of the PHP files manually. I've already asked GoDaddy and they did their stuff, and then it's still doing this for like some websites, even though I already installed like WordFence and the other stuff, Nitro Pack, and this one doesn't have bad bot on it yet. But before I fix it again, I'm going to make sure that I run the malware scan to make sure that there's no malware there, and then I'm going to like manually do backups too, because this whole like sitting around waiting all day for these backups is ridiculous. I could have just chosen one backup, but I didn't. I could have just chosen one domain, but like I'm gonna run this malware on the entire tarball. So maybe I could just click on continue without full disk, but I don't want to continue without full disk access. I want to open preferences. So actually this might be like you only get full disk if you pay for it. In which case I will just like put the tarball like wherever it's gonna go. And it's not that I'm trying to be cheap. I'm just saying like, oh, okay. Wait. I guess it's working. Well, when it's done, it'll like let me download a tarball. And if it creates it itself. I just hope that they didn't change something and then like what I'm doing is like overwriting all of my own work. So there was a point where I was wondering if GoDaddy and I were like fighting against each other, which was ridiculous. Okay, so so this is where I would see like I would be able to download it. So the last time that I made a tarball was on the 3rd. That was for the Shrinko site, not the full site. And yeah, I don't think any of these. Oh yeah, because these are recover the domains. So the archive is the ones that lets you download archive databases. So I need to make sure that I have like the databases and the domains. And then I'll download them, I'll run the malware scan on them and see what happens. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and log off now because it's lunchtime. And anyway, that is how I am using AI which part of this makes it AI. So I actually did check with GoDaddy. I mean, with ChatGPT, like plenty. Like, how do I make sure that I'm mitigating these risks? And then it let me know, like yes, you this is like a fair approach. Where is it? And so why am I showing you this GPT stuff? Because this is a kind of prompt engineering that I think is making me like get exponentially better faster. So like this question, what happens to pages that are not real pages that are disappearing in my Google console? Or is there a plugin that redirects everything so I don't get 404 errors? Like, yes, I can Google this all day, but I was not getting like the exact like yes or no that I was looking for. And then also like when I asked it if I can scan, like download a tarball, I don't know if this is where I asked it that. Yeah, let me see. Oh, here. That no, so I'm making sure that nobody can publish to my website. See, like these kinds of questions are the kinds of things that I don't easily find answers for, but if I ask the LLM directly, like it does give me good answers. And yes, this is from April 2023, I think was its latest update, but it doesn't matter because in fact, like that's probably better because whatever it's using has been around long enough. And I'm like, one of the lessons I learned in my engineering classes was just like use stuff that's been around for a while. Like don't use the newest stuff because it's not been tested as much as the older stuff. So like we want to use something that we know has already been shown to work. And like this, it's a double-edged sword right now because we also don't know if those actually have like the best AI protection, but this is just like my effort. And if this doesn't work, then I will just recreate some of these websites because it's gotten to the point of ridiculous. Like calling GoDaddy for 2 hours a day, like and like you've updated these, but not these, and not those, but these you have, blah blah. Like it's just gotten overwhelming. And so my hope is that I can see like that this malware thing like actually pulls out which files it kind of corners them. I think SVG, AVG, SVG. Like if it doesn't work on my Mac for whatever reason, I also have like Windows laptops that I can check on. But I'm checking to actually I should be asking ChatGPT. Let's ask him. Like, is there a malware? Is there a malware scanner that can isolate infected PHP files? Because I think it's coming in through PHP. Like now it's researching with Bing, which I thought was like hilarious because I'm on Chrome but it makes sense, right? Because OpenAI went into a deal with Microsoft, I guess. Malcure, malware scanner, WordFence. Okay, WordFence actually does do that. WordFence. How much is WordFence? Malcare. Okay, I think it's thinking that I'm asking about WordPress plugins though. Is there a general malware scanner that can check PHP files? I am downloading the tarball with all my files in my cPanel and am going to scan it that way versus paying for one website at a time. Okay, so security virus total malware bytes. Okay, well, looks like we have the right one. Malware bytes. Should be able to. Can scan individual files or entire folders for malware, including PHP files. Oh yeah, this is like something that I had said before. Was like these tools can be highly effective, but no scanner is 100% foolproof. And I realize I'm just talking to myself. It's okay, but like more and more people, I guess I don't know if they like accidentally click on these things, but I don't know. Everyone just says just make content, even if you're just talking to yourself for the first whatever amount of time. like just continue recording yourself. Oh my god, this thing is still going. Wonder if it actually finished and I'm just like stuck on a screen because I should have restarted my laptop prior. This feels like it's taking an incredible amount of time, which it had not before. I don't think I added that much stuff to my website. Yeah, like these were not me trying to do that. That was actually GoDaddy. And like the big issue, they said that the issues were in the databases. So maybe actually I should also ask, does it also scan? I'm pretty sure this thing said it does scan databases. And I don't want to keep using up like my GPT-4 questions to be sparing with, because it'll only give you so many per so many hours, and then you have to wait till it resets so you can ask more questions. And GPT-4 is still like, in my opinion, the better one. I don't think I have. Yeah, I don't think I think that they're like 4.5 and 5 exist, but I haven't been keeping up with trying to access it just because I have had so much crap I have to take care of right now. I just want this to be done already. Oh my goodness. View details. Let's see. It's telling us. Okay. Oh, it's still in progress. Yeah, it might be because it's all of it, like including the databases. And well, folks, I think that this is enough. So if you go to this website, did I ever even show you the website? If you go to this website and you're able to click on here, I don't think it shouldn't be active right now. Yeah, like I see, I had already fixed all of this. My God, it's so much work. More than once I fixed it. Okay, if you're able to click on that, and then what you end up seeing is the that other page I showed you with, I don't think I have it here, and I'm a little bit hesitant to like bring it up right now. The one with the little animals that you could ask a question to. Where is it? What's this? I think it's just, yeah. If you're able to see this from that website, then you know that I fixed this way. And so I guess while we're waiting for that, like the security behind this is, yes, this is an LLM. And yes, you can find chatbots anywhere for free. The difference between this chatbot and those chatbots is that one, like this is a generated random session ID, and it's the only thing that is keeping the conversation in a string of back and forth talks. I am not using any session cookies. I am not keeping track of the IP. I don't know that whether or not Google does all that kinds of stuff. Like that's in my eyes, like Chrome or whatever, right? Like that's out of my domain. I can't control what they do. Or like how you have your session cookies, or if you're using incognito or not. But anyway, like I don't keep track of that. But what I do is I am working on the prompt for this. So like if I were to say I feel sad about something, right? So like what the point of this is like for people to have something to go talk to, because I do predict that there will be like massive suicides. And why does the cybersecurity behind it matter? Because as people start losing their jobs, and I'm only speaking from experience and from like what I'm seeing, like being in the jungle of like layers of, I guess, people that had pretty cush, stable, seemingly lifetime long jobs are starting to lose their jobs because of AI. And like they'll hate the AI person, or they'll hate the person that does the automation, and like it's misdirected hate. But all I can really do is just build something like this so people come here, and then when they send their message, this is using a like back end somewhere else. And so all they do is just have a conversation. And so see, like right here, I said, I feel sad about something. And then the LLM says, I'm sorry to hear that. Can you tell me more about what's making you feel sad? So even if the person tries to override the guardrails, which I set up to be like, pretend you're talking to a child so that it doesn't, like try to coerce the child to like kill themselves or whatever, like, because that was one of the big alarming effects of not having enough guardrails in the LLMs, was like it advising people to do things that a human wouldn't likely advise it to do. Although these LLMs are built after humans, there have been cases where there are humans sinister enough to like encourage somebody to hurt themselves, hence bullying, right? And like cyberbullying. So like this LLM that I'm using, that I built, like is bully proof basically. So it's not going to bully somebody into hurting themselves or like minimize them. So the conversation is kept in a database because I do want to start collecting data that shows me like, okay, people are experiencing this or people are not experiencing this. Um, like what are some of the insights that I can give to like whomever I end up like sharing the data with or selling the data to, about like what mental health services like would be helpful for people. And the reason it's different is because it doesn't tie your identity to it whatsoever. And that makes a big difference if you're in the white collar world. As a veteran who's been put in the funny farm before for like saying the wrong thing to the wrong person who took it the wrong way, or maybe it was for my benefit because then I wouldn't be doing this now. I'd still be an elementary school teacher, but whatever the case, yeah, like people feel more likely to be open when they are talking to one something that seems familiar. So like people like the thought of talking to their pets, right? And then two, that they have a guarantee that there's privacy behind it. And like I said, I'm not even asking for emails here, for email addresses. I'm just basically collecting data, like what is it that people are feeling, and then I am dumping a ton of SEO into it so I can compete with websites like character.ai, which is when I started to get attacked, was when I started to dump SEO into it. And so the other thing about the cybersecurity thing is that people are claiming SEO heists, and they're claiming that AI generated content is being flagged by Google and being taken down. But my question is like, those people that are making those claims, have they checked to make sure that because their page started ranking so quickly, so high, that someone who's a little bit more clever on the cybersecurity side didn't just go in and steal their SEO traffic, which we know is one of the uh, attacks that are done on websites. So my next layer is going to be to hide all of my content behind JavaScript that people can't scrape. So I worked in the automation of scraping files using different things when legally, and behind a team of, or like at least like lawyers that were making sure that what we were doing was ethical. And well, I don't know, that it was legal. So I have a lot of experience with scraping, so I know that if I am able to, like this website, let's try it while we're waiting. Maybe our download already finished from this. Okay, but this is the other part of this cybersecurity. View page source. I don't think you should be able to see like what my, you might be able to see what my LLM says. So conversation history. So, oh, here's my prompt, right? And so if somebody is clever enough to know how to read this, then maybe they'll be like, I don't want to talk to someone that, like has that voice, but this is my website. Now, my first degree is in psychology, and I do believe that psychology is best served when it has a higher rate of proven success. And so this one uses like the John Gottman paradigms, and I happen to really like the way that like Esther Hicks phrases things in terms of like going towards something, which is the same thing that like Leila Hormozi or like a lot of the people that I think are respectable, like prolific, I guess like mentors of mine. Like if I had a mentor group, like that's who I would pick, like those types of personalities. So I think she just like sums it up really well. And I don't know why my monitor just blinked here. But anyway, so the code, like this is really basic code, but as you can see here, like you don't know how I am actually like doing stuff, right? Like you can tell that I'm sending it to here like that. I'm not even worried about that. Like I do have like protection here, right? And yes, it is in dev because it is still in testing. And yes, I am using a post method. And yes, I do need to like, I do need to have mitigation for like not being able to do like a DDoS attack on my server or my compute. But if I did have all that, like you wouldn't probably see it here. Like I would. So what I'm trying to say is I'm obfuscating my code. So yeah, I have my prompt here. That was like a decision I made so that I wouldn't have to have like more than one Lambda as I'm testing out these chatbots, and like people's like and the use cases. So like if I end up with like one of these websites, because I have like different types and you can use your imagination to guess like what kinds of chatbots would people be creating right now when it's like the time to, I don't know, like take full advantage of the fact that there's blood in the streets and people will be looking for help, and then people will be looking for entertainment. Yeah, connect the dots yourself. So yeah, I have different chatbots. I'm just running them all through the same LLM so that none of my chatbots have a cold start and the experience is as fluid as possible. These might still have a cold start because, like I said, I keep putting these pages up and then with SEO, and then they're like getting basically hacked. So as these get developed, I will start to hide the code more and more. But like the content that is inside of these kinds of pages is the content that like SEO heists or like stealing someone's SEO is really, really easy to do if your content is like really visible here. And there are things you can do with JavaScript to like produce the content and make it really hard for somebody to just come in and like literally like copy and paste all your content or like use other free AI tools like Harpa. So like Harpa, you basically like type in like, oh, I can't see it. It's over here. Well, anyway, like you use this tool to type in like, oh, here we go. Like outrank this for me. Right. So like all I have to do is say like, oh, outrank the article. I haven't tested it. I don't know that it actually works, but I know that it like at least rewrites the same content as you, and you still have to understand a lot of like how headers work and like how keywords and long tail keywords and like all that stuff. You still have to understand it. But like this definitely makes it easier for somebody to just come in and just like yank your stuff and then outrank you. So my question again is like are we sure that it's the AI tools that are not working, or are we, or have people been checking that like it's not somebody saw that your website is starting to rank and they're like, oh, Target, let's go steal their content because they're like sitting ducks. So hiding all of your content behind like JavaScript or something that makes it harder for somebody to just scrape it is probably wise. It's not going to be a end all do all, but you would be better off, like you were less likely to be a target. And yes, there is automation that can get past JavaScript. Of course there is. But my test also is going to be like, well, what if there might be a way to like, yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to keep thinking through it out loud because I don't know if I'm just going in circles, but this thing should have been done by now. It's like, is this tarball that big? Still in progress. And I don't think that there's like Joe sitting at his desk on the weekend, like manually making tarballs. I hope GoDaddy isn't working that way. So I hope it's not sitting in some human's cube, but this has already been 52 minutes. Now you get the gist of like all of the cybersecurity that goes into this. So the reason I'm making this video is because people have been asking me like, what are some of the AI jobs that I could go into? Well, I just happen to have like over 20 years in web development. And then I started to do, and so I've been a freelancer in web dev for a long time. So I know a lot of these other things that I didn't learn in my computer science classes, that I didn't learn as a data scientist. But with AI, like I'm able to piece things together more easily because I don't know how to ask like my web developer mentors like about stuff that I learned in data science and like how to integrate like all of these. So like my title as an AI integrated specialist or as an AI architect is like understanding like these different pieces and how they can fit together. So when I'm using AI, like I'm able to ask questions that I know are overlapping in some way, but don't have the words for it yet. And so that this is one of the I guess categories of AI that you can go into is like using it to like be more cyber safe. And I have been getting requests from people like, can you train me? Are you looking for mentees? Like, how much would you charge me for you to show me how to do some of this stuff? Because as many people are losing their jobs, like I can't shut off my phone long enough to where it's not ringing off the hook with offers for jobs and like well-paying jobs too, like the kind of jobs that you would expect, like the kind of jobs you want, like six-figure jobs, right? And they're not, and they're like fun and they're interesting, and I get to work with brilliant people and do like really cool, fun stuff. So the, I guess shift in the way that I used to be able to learn and the way that I'm having to learn now is immense. And it's also very nuanced and subtle to be able to express. So the way that I am going to introduce like these courses. So my first one is going to be a 1 hour for like $90 if you want to be in the live one, or $50 for a recorded version of the 1 hour. Why? Because like I was a uh, what is it called, tenured teacher in Colorado and Texas for 9 years. I taught 5 year olds, and my kids like scored really high like towards the end of my teaching career. Like I admit at the beginning, like I was brand new. I had never even done like student teaching. I just like kind of got thrown into the teaching position after coming back from the military and finding El Paso didn't have the kinds of jobs I wanted yet. So long story short, or a little bit, is that I am going to like jam pack them with like what you need to be able to do with your brain, like so that you can like quickly grasp the shift in the way that we learn and the way that we search and the way that we use technology, so that you're like ahead of the curve in terms of being prepared for the kinds of jobs that are going to, I guess, like stick around, or the kinds of jobs you can do while like there's all this redistribution of wealth and technology. And so that said, that's why I'm making this video, is because I want to make sure that if anybody's like, oh, well, she doesn't really know cybersecurity, because this has come up before too, like, oh, she doesn't really know Python because she's using ChatGPT and she copied and pasted code. Like people have said that, but my answer to that and has been, well, that's what AI is for. And yeah, no, I don't solve Python questions with like, how do I split a string using a colon, because that's what I use LIFO and FIFO for if I'm working with a database. So um, this hopefully serves as like a bigger indicator, like the extreme like knowledge set that goes into something like this. So there's like psychology, there's like education, right? And those are like my former life stuff. And then there's like the web developer side there with the SEO and like the content and the understanding how Google ranks things versus how I would rank them as a data scientist, but understanding how long tail keywords in the data science field overlaps with long tail keywords in the SEO world. And then also like the software engineering, like nobody taught me how to like put my more important secret code like inside of a Lambda in AWS, so that I would protect the cybersecurity for my website, like, and my users, like, so that's the kind of stuff that like I can make sure to include, so that as people are trying to learn this stuff, like they know that it's not the one track that it used to be, and it's not like I used to think this way, so this is how I solve problems. So I'll end with this. Like the selling point for like signing up with courses with me is this. Here is my best example of the way you're not going to have to do anything. The way that I suggest is a foolproof, quick way of a new way to solve problems. Is I used to think like I need to get gas in my car. These are the steps I take to make sure that my car has gas, and because I am going to take a road trip, right? So like that's one way of solving, is like algorithmically, like step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. The way that I am using AI is, okay, I want to go to Tulum with my dad. I have a car, I have this much money, and then, but is there a better way? I don't have to tell it that there exist airplanes, that there exist airfares. Like it goes and it tells me like, well, like how long can your dad sit in a car for? So you probably don't want to take a car. Like, can your dad walk through a security gate at an airport? Like, does $100 difference matter much to you? Yes or no? So those are the kinds of GPTs that I'm building, which I don't make public, because I don't really know that I'm gonna want to handle like the volume of what is it called, like sales calls or whatever, if people like have questions about it. I don't know what I'm going to do with that yet, but those are that's the way that I am approaching problems now. So before it was like algorithmically, like I know my problem, I know how to get to my solution, and I just like lay out the steps, right? But now it's like, here's this giant mound of data, this is what I need. How do I get from that giant mountain of data to what I need, and is this really going to answer my ultimate question, which is blah blah. That's how the shift is happening for me, and it was not easy. And I am very neuroplastic, probably more than anybody that I know, like that's alive. and that probably sounds very arrogant, but like, yeah, like I've studied like lots of stuff and I digest it quickly and I'm able to like completely erase what I learned before and like focus on what I need to know right now, and or like recall the stuff I learned before that I need right now. Like not everybody can do that, but I think that like the ability to learn new things quickly, it really is like the key skill. And the way to apply it is by like understanding that the way you're going to solve problems is not the way you were solving problems before. It is not an algorithmic like step 1, step 2, step 3. You can do things that way, but I will guarantee you that you are selling yourself short and you're like not fully leveraging AI, and you might not come up with the best solution compared to somebody who is able to like release this release control and just ask the AI like, how would you do this? And then also understanding enough about the AI to know where it's like, that is not even the question I'm asking. Like this is like step back and like let's rethink through this, or tell me how you came up with that, or like how does that solve this problem, blah blah, right? Like being able to troubleshoot like what the AI put out as a solution, and then if it's code related, like understanding code well enough to know where the AI isn't answering the question I need, or which question to ask the AI. So those are the kinds of things that you'll learn if you take my courses. And I'm not doing courses forever. I am doing it to like spread the word about my brand and stuff, and like my company and what I can do for your company. So but I am taking that step because everybody says that that is like a very good way to get your name and reputation out. And look at this, it happened right on time. Okay, so now I'm gonna download this tarball. So it looks like we can finish this full circle. This might be a complete failure. I don't know. I don't know for sure. Why isn't it down? Is it downloading? Maybe I downloaded it twice off. If I did, I need to do it somewhere. Looks like it is downloading. See, it's just my laptop is starting to stall too much. I don't. If it takes 50 minutes, like I'm gonna just throw my laptop out the window. Well, now you see how to get it out of cPanel. Um, doesn't have to be cPanel. You could have gotten your archive from wherever, right? That's kind of weird. I am actually tempted to now just restart my laptop and then download it and then run malware on it. So with that said, I'm out. Hope to see you in one of my classes or buy one of the free ones, okay? No, wait, wait, you can't buy one of the free ones. Either buy a recorded one or join one of my live classes.